The Atari 8-bit port of Donkey Kong Jr. released in March of 1984. Just like the other Atari 8-bit port, I've skipped out on completing this at the highest difficulty. This version has all 4 levels of the arcade game, though introduces them in a kind of a weird order, with Mario's hideout appearing before the springboard scene. I tried doing the 4th difficulty for hours and hours until I threw in the towel because this one really isn't that fun to play. Just like Atari 8-bit's Donkey Kong port, this version is ridiculously fast-paced, but this time it's quite a problem due to how crunched the levels are. Junior takes up a significantly higher percentage of the screen, which makes it so enemies can hit him in places that he couldn't be hit in the arcade game. Even worse than that is the fact that the hitboxes for both Junior as well as the enemies are very inaccurate. A lot of the time you'll die even though it feels like you weren't even close to the enemy. These issues combine to make a pretty frustrating version of the game. I will say that I like the visuals quite a bit though. They stand out from the other ports by having its own unique art style. The Mario's hideout stage is the worst, and you can kinda see the enemy hitbox issue here with how large the black squares are around the sparks. An interesting feature I haven't seen elsewhere in these other ports is that there's a difficulty 0. This removes Mario as an obstacle, so the only enemies will be the red snapshots that spawn naturally. This only lasts for one level and immediately goes back to difficulty 1 with Mario being added back in. Like usual, I'm showing off the timer running out in the multiplayer